What's poppin'? Welcome back to Midwest Talks Boxing. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the content. Greatly appreciate it from everybody. Make sure you sub to both channels. I mean, if you want to, you know what I mean? You know, over here is the boxing, gaming content, and more so. We got retro games here, but it's going to be more so the newer stuff. And then over on the first channel, you know, Midwest World, it's a lot of retro with a lot of basketball games, man. And we got Midwest Talks Basketball over there, man. So just sub to both channels to get all the content, man. Greatly appreciate it from everybody, man. Straight up. So I was big ups to Showbiz the Adult, man. This is how I found this information out the rumored fight, because I don't be on the zone like that as far as they Twitter pages and nothing like that. So you know, Showbiz knows all this stuff. Big salute to Showbiz, man. He one of my favorite boxing guys I watch, man. You know what I mean? You know, Teddy Atlas. I love the fight. Pro Fight TV. You know what I'm saying? I listen to Timothy Bradley, Paulie Malignaggi, those guys, and I definitely listen in to Showbiz, especially when he does those. When I can't catch the fight and I'm out, I usually listen to Showbiz do his play-by-play stuff. He cold-blooded with it, so big salute to him for watching him for years. Now, supposedly, Rolly Romero and Manny Pacquiao is supposed to fight, fam. Man, listen. Now, technically, you know, Rolly Romero dope. Actually, he's a good boxer, dog. Like, I know people be like cracking jokes on him. Rolly Romero to me is dope. When I watch him box, I'm like, Rolly good. To me, he good. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he ain't no slouch. Not a problem I have with him. He don't throw that much. You know what I mean? And that's where the issue lie at with a guy like Manny Pacquiao. Now, that fight, I don't even know my man's name. I don't remember his name when the old dude was beating him up. Rolly won the fight on the referee bailed him out, man. But the old man was putting the beats on Rolly Romero. I was very appalled by that. I'm like, dog, he getting whooped by this old dude. You know what I'm saying? But get an old dude credit. I don't even remember his name. I gotta look it up, man. Because I watched the fight. I didn't know who the guy was he was fighting anyway. I think he was supposed to be a tune-up or something, and then he just gets beat up. I'm like, dang, man. And then they stopped the fight later on. Like, nah, man, Rolly was getting beat up. He was going to lose that fight, man. But either way it goes, you know, Pacquiao was way better than that old guy. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean? The same thing can happen in this situation if they fight, okay? Pacquiao looked good against Mario Barrios. I mean, I didn't care. The fight was cool. Like, it wasn't a bad fight, but Pacquiao, he did like he was running out of gas like that or nothing. He was looking all right. Now, a lot of people, the thoughts on Mario Barrios is he ain't like that. So he's not really good like that. That's what a lot of people say. So, you know, Rolly Romero is not Mario Barrios. I think Rolly Romero is dope. He kind of puts me in the mind of them guys that don't like throw like Broner, and then he don't throw that much. But he a heavy hitter though. So if he land on Pacquiao good enough, Pacquiao's been put to sleep before. So it's not possible for him to get put to sleep by Rolly Romero. It's the fact that Rolly is not active like that. You know what I'm saying? So if he's not, you know, that active, you know what I mean, Pacquiao hitting this man with flurries, he could lose the fight, man. Like the Ryan Garcia Rolly fight was boring. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't like that fight. Now, I don't know if it was because they was outside or whatever the case was. I didn't like that fight at all, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was a pretty bad fight, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't good like that, but that just, and listen, just because a fighter have a bad fight, that don't mean he wacky. That was just a bad fight, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they both was off that day, you know what I'm saying? They clearly was off, either way, you know, but Rolly got the win, you know what I'm saying? But he can't, if Rolly show up like that against Pacquiao, he loses. If Rolly show up like that against Manny Pacquiao, he will lose that fight, you know what I'm saying? Pretty easily. He can't do that. He can't fight like how he was fighting against Ryan Garcia and think he about to beat the Pac-Man. Nah, I ain't gonna happen. And I don't want to hear about the age, you know what I'm saying? Because Manny, obviously, he's staying sharp, you know what I mean? So, you know, you go in that fight like it's a prime Pacquiao, because at the end of the day, you know what I mean? People act like, you know, Pacquiao, yeah, he's old as far as athletics, but he's not old. So, I mean, he can still beat Rolly Romero here. You You know what I'm saying? And I'm willing to bet that if they put a poll out, I don't got enough people here for a poll. You know what I'm saying? I got to wait till I get my subs up. You know what I mean? But if you put a poll out, right, I guarantee you that Pacquiao be winning on that poll, even if it was 60-40. You know what I'm saying? I think most people feel like Pacquiao will beat Rolly Romero. Though I feel like Rolly Romero had the skills to beat Pacquiao, it's the fact that he's not active enough, and Pacquiao, even at his older age, is still active. He's very active in that ring. So my predictions, if that fight goes down, I don't know if it is or not, but if that fight goes down, you know what I mean? I think that I would be going for Rolly Romero personally. It's not like I don't like Pacquiao. It's just, he's not, it's not he's not one of my favorite boxers, nothing like that. I understand and realize the greatness of Manny Pacquiao, though. I know who I'm talking about here, but I'll be going for Rolly Romero to win that fight. I think Rolly Romero is dope, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like the fans don't take him serious for some reason. But Rolly Romero is cold, you know what I'm saying? The dude is nice, man. Hit like a tank, all that. Rolly is nice, you know what I mean? So I'm going for Rolly in this if they fight. I think that I don't know if he'd knock him out, you know what I'm saying? Not saying he can't knock him out. I'm trying to think. I could see Pacquiao putting him down before he put Pacquiao down, to be honest. And that's not it's just the fact that, Pacquiao, I don't know, man. He don't throw that much. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just don't throw a lot. You know what I mean? So now he could, I don't know. It's hard for me to say. In my mind, I can see Pacquiao putting him down before he put Pacquiao down. All right. I'd be going for Rolly, but you got to put respect on Pac-Man's name, you know what I'm saying, and understand who he is, and understand, like, okay, I'll say this. If that version of Pacquiao showed up against Barrios versus the latest version of Rolly, Pacquiao wins that fight. I got to be real with you, know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit here and just because I want Rolly to win to be over here capping. If Rolly show up like he did against Ryan, against the Pacquiao that showed up against Barrios, he loses that fight by decision. Okay, so I want Rolly to win, but I won't be surprised if Pacquiao gets him by decision. You know what I mean? I don't think anybody get knocked out, though. I can see. I don't see nobody getting knocked out in this fight, really. You know what I'm saying? Like on some KO, 10 count type stuff. I don't see that happening. I could see maybe one or the other sitting the person down real quick off a shot, but I don't see no KO. I see it going to decision. And if it go to a decision, though I want Rolly to win, I can very well see Pacquiao getting that by decision due to activity. I can see Pacquiao getting that in a decision due to activity because, it's just what it is. I mean, so I'm going for Rolly, but I can see Pacquiao get into a decision, if that makes sense. So I am cheering for Rolly. You know what I mean? I want him to win the fight. I hope he wins it, but I can see Pacquiao winning this fight, dog. I can see that. You know what I'm saying? So I won't be surprised, man. So that's I guess you want to say that's a prediction. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest, though. You know what I mean? Like I can't. I don't see him putting Pacquiao to sleep. He could probably knock him down, but Pacquiao gonna get up though. You see what I'm saying? And vice versa. So I could see both of them either getting put down or whatever off a shot, but continuing on with the fight. But if we go to a decision, I think Pacquiao may get it, even though I hope Rolly get it. You know what I mean? Hopefully he's more active. Hopefully working the jab and all that good stuff, just being a little active. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, in boxing, I just don't like when you sit there. You know what I'm saying? At least, you know what I'm saying, throw the jab, you know what I'm saying? Throw something out there, you know what I mean? I don't, just standing there, nah, I don't like that, you know what I mean? Work that jab a little bit, throw a little bit to the body, move, things like, be active, you know what I'm saying? Because I do feel like that the judges look at that, you know what I'm saying? Activity, you know what I mean? Accurate, though, accurate. Even if you're not throwing no excruciating blows, just tapping them with that jab, you know what I'm saying? Hitting them with this, you know what I mean? Moving around, tagging him in the body a little bit, being just elusive, just being active, you know what I mean? That seeing activity helps, you know what I mean? Helps sway that round to you, in my opinion, you know what I mean? So I know every judge is different, you know what I'm saying? And then there's judges that all you gotta do is throw them the dough, you know what I'm saying? Then, we all know the corruption, but being active always is gonna help you. Not being active, that's not gonna help you. Being active always is gonna help you. That's why you hear things about people stealing rounds, because he was active the last 60 seconds, things like that, you know what I mean? So he just gotta be active. Hopefully he's more active, keeping Pacquiao at a distance with a jab or something like that, and things like that, because he should beat him. He should beat him, honestly. He should win, you know what I mean? But I can see this going in Pacquiao's favor due to the lack of activity from Rolly, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the content. Greatly appreciate it from everybody. Peace!